Unit 10. Hi, this is Sally Summers. You might remember me from those funny TV shows and that movie I did a long time ago. Well, today I'm not here to make you laugh wildly. I'm here to tell you about a revolutionary new product that will change your body, your image of yourself, and perhaps even your whole outlook on life. Over the next few minutes, you will learn about the body enhancement miracle that's sweeping the globe, the somatube. Crawl inside the somatube and let somatube does its job for you. Lost weight, tongue muscle, muscle skin, tan body, smooth wrinkles, remove body hair, charge your smartphone, and more. I could stand here for hours and tell you about the wonders of somatube. But I want to tell you, oh, but I want you to hear for yourself what people all around the world are saying about this great product. Hi, this is Ted from the US. I live a busy life just like you. I just never had time to work on how I look. But looks do matter, don't they? So when I hear about SummerTube, I was skeptical. Imagine you put your body in that improves your looks while you sleep? Come on. Well, I'll tell you, yeah. Just 2 weeks of using it changed my mind. My muscle got bigger and got stronger. Anyway, thanks to Somatube, women see me for a handsome hunk that I really am. I have a date with a different woman every night. My name is Apollonia, and I'm to duplicate the effectiveness of Somatube. A machine that makes you more beautiful while you sleep is the stuff of, how do you say it? Science fiction, isn't it? That's how I thought until I experienced the wonders of Somatube of myself. Before I used SummerTube, my hair was, I'm embarrassed to say, was getting thin on top. In just about a month, it made my long blonde hair grow, and it gave me a deep, rich tan. So it looks like I even vacationing on the French Riviera. In other words, thanks to a SummerTube, I look exactly as beautiful as I truly am. And I get invited to all kinds of parties with the rich and famous. My name is Rojo, and I must say I never doubted for a minute the power of the somatube. I saw it advertised on American TV, so I was completely convinced that it could never be fraudulent. I used the somatube for one thing only, to lose weight. I was hefty 120 kilos just 6 months ago, but today, because of the Somatu's advanced swinging setting, I'm a thin and healthy 72 kilos. At any rate, now that I am thin, I was able to get a better job. It must be the Somatu because I learned on TV that only skinny people can be successful. And finally, Debbie from the UK. I ordered it as soon as I saw it on the television, and put it together as soon as it got there. And let me tell you, Solitude has changed my life. I haven't a fantastic clue how it works, but my skin is so smooth. I don't need to get injections, and it happened in only 5 nights. Anyway, people tell me how great I look, and I'm delighted when people ask me to show my ID card. Truly a wonder. Listening to those happy users of the world's greatest product. Coming next, a peek at the instructional video on how to assemble a Sosma tube on porn deliver. and information about our extended 15-year payment plan. Get your credit cards ready. Summative will prohibit use only a direct action. Product might not work. Unit 11. Before we can talk about the future of news, we have to talk about where news is today. Media change products welcomes Professor Chomsky. Thanks. I'd like to make my points about the news today and a quick comment or example for each. 1. Most of us get the news from the internet, which is actually a poor way to get important news. Because the internet is all about grabbing people's attention with pictures and headlines. Not going into detail about subjects. 2. A lot of what we think of as a news today isn't really news. It was known as junk food news, a gossip of entertainment news instead of important news about the economical or international problems. Junk food news is more attractive than real news, and it learns lots of advertising dollars. Sadly, most websites are out to make profit. Justin Bieber's romantic life is not news. It's potato chips. Real news is like vegetables because it is better for us in the long run. 3. News reports nowadays usually support one political party or another. They often report whatever stories make their political party seems like it is doing a great job. Unfortunately, if writers and reporters try to be fair and give a balanced view of politicals, they would risk losing their jobs. And finally, traditional news media are increasingly owned by large corporations that own many businesses in a variety of industries, which can result in censorship of certain news stories. Like the company a few years ago that owned a factory that was polluting a river. The company owned a TV network that didn't report that news. That's one good example. The point is that when corporations control media, we all get a very unbalanced view of the world. So you are saying the most news media is controlled by big corporations, and that's bad because we can't get real news. Absolutely. There is another option though. People can also get their news from bloggers or others who can active on social media. This is known as citizen journalism, and it can't be censored by anyone. Here's how it works. Citizens make the photos of pollution of a river or post a video on the police using excessive force against citizens. Then they write a news story about what actually happened there, what the company did wrong or what the police did, or include additional information that they have. Next, they post it on their blog or on social media for the whole world to see. Finally, people read it, they all want to comment on it, share it, and give their option, and so on. That sounds like a good alternative, but what's the catch? For starters, many people who are active on blogs or social media are not trustworthy either. They often have made their mind about the positions they support, so they tend to include information that doesn't agree with their view of the world. Nowadays, anyone can start their own blog or post on a social media for free. There are literally not qualifications required except for having an international connection. So what you're saying is citizen journalism does seem to be very reliable either, which leads me to my final question. Who should people turn to for their news? That's not an easy question to answer. For starters, ignore almost every news story that you read on your Facebook feed. People are often emotional when they post links, and they rarely do any fact checking. My suggestion is to check different websites and try to keep an open mind. Whenever you look a piece of sensational news, remember that it was probably written to get more clicks. Try searching for other sources that offer different options. Then you can come to your own conclusion. It's a lot of work, but it's worth the effort if you want to get a better understanding of the world. Thank you very much for a interesting conversation. Unit 12. Projection for this year earning. And so without any further ado, please welcome the President and the CEO of Nelson Aviation, Bonnie Nelson. Here she comes. Oh, she looks cool as well, as always. Thank you, Trey, for your report. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our annual meeting. We are excited to introduce the product our designer has spent 3 years working on. The very new this in very light jets or feathers. The new Smurfy 70. While the industry continues to make jumbo jets, we plan to make small veg so people can rent a whole plane. With the Murray 70, Nelson Aviation plans to become the #1 VLJ provider for air taxi flyers. Today I will be talking about two things. First, details about the new Murray 70. Second, all about how this aircraft will change the future of commercial air travel. The impact of the Mercury 700. Can't wait to hear this. Me either. Looks great. Okay, first, details. The specific information on Mercury 700 this year will produce 100 units at a cost of $1.2 million each. That's over half the price of the last expensive VLJ on the market. The Merc 700 will fly at a speed of 500 miles per hour. That means it can fly at nearly twice the speed of average planes. 40,000 feet is its maximum altitude, and it can fly 1,500 miles before stopping to refuel. Most impressed. I really want to fly on one. One of the great engineering features of the Merc 700 is its compact size and lightweight. These small jets weigh about as much as the average highway minivan, and the two jet engines are small enough to fit inside the back of a minivan. This makes the Mercury 700 easy to land and store, even at a small airport. And its cool exterior makes it look super high tech. That sounds infection. Say, our company is really taking off. Oh, shh, I want to hear more. Finally, the key of air taxi companies who will use the Mercury 700 is how cheap it is to operate. A combination of small size, light constructions, And high speed means that our new VLJ will cost less than $1 per mile to operate. That sounds cost effective. It sure does. That gives us the lowest operating cost on the market. Next, I'd like to turn to how the Mercury 700 VLJ will make a difference in the way the average person flies, or the impact it will have on travel. When the air taxi companies start by buying and flying our little baby, there's going to be some big change in their travel. Let me draw your attention to this map of the east coast of the United States. Now, imagine a family of five is planning a vacation from their home in New York area to Central Florida. Now, because of the centralized hub system used by commercial airlines through major airports, that family will probably have to 1. Fly out of a major New York airport, like JFK or Newark, or stop at Atlanta to change planes, and then continue to Orlando International Airport. The total time, including layovers and security checks, will be 7 hours. And getting your family to and from the big airports could add 2 more hours to your travel. I get tired of thinking about all the travel. Imagine an alternative. Instead of flying the big commercial jets out of a major airport, this same family could call an air taxi company that has the Miracle 700 that could board at the small local airport like Morrisontown, New Jersey, or fly with other family on the plane directly to the airport closest to the theme parks. Kissimmee Regional Airport. The total travel time will be only 2 hours, not a day. There are 650 US airports where the big commercial airlines go, but there's more than 50,000 small airports where our VLJ can land. That sounds sensible. Oh man, with my many airports, we have big room to expand our fleet. I believe VLJ will be an airport transport system of the future. The days of taking a commercial jumbo jet out of a busy airport are coming to an end. There is a growing pain executives have been using for years. The Mercury 700 provides superior comfort and safety. It seats 5 passengers in oversized leather reclines, complete with personal entertainment video scenes which fold out of an armrest. It also has an onboard refreshment center and a small lavatory in the rear of the craft. A major families on vacation traveling like corporate executives have been traveling for years. Of course, most people think small planes are less safe than the big ones. Not true. Two polite flights with the most sophisticated on-board computer available, complete with the new parachute recovery system. Not a parachute for each passenger on board, but a giant emergency parachute for the entire VLJ. In short, Nelson Aviation offers safety, low cost, greater convenience, faster travel, and the highest comfort. The Mercury 700. That sounds unbelievable. Glad I'm working here. Me too. And now, let's begin our unknown stockholders report. Trey, can we have some assets hand out of the heavy reports to the folks starting in the back? 现在要录的是加分的部分。Unit 11. Getting reliable news today isn't an easy thing to do. Whether you get the news online or offline, it seems like every news source today is basic. In fact, I can't think of a single one that I trust. They all either support one political party or another. News just support one side and use the other side as a scapegoat for everything that goes wrong in the world. If you really want to stand informed, I think you must read news from different viewpoints. Then you can make up your mind on your own about what the truth is. 2. People behave in different ways on the internet. Some leave comments to support the cases they believe in. Others try to spread love by using kind words. And then there are trolls. Trolls don't take the internet very serious at all. They use silly comments to try and poke fun at people's ideas. Sometimes, trolls will leave mean comments just to upset people. However, they can be good in a way. Trolls help remind others not to take themselves too serious, and this can be a good thing in a free social, where we all have the right to our own opinions. 3. People who travel these days have better knowledge than ever before. So today I'm going to discuss how we can make our customer happier, which is getting harder and harder. First of all, the information we give travelers must be very different or unique, things they can find on the internet. From my 20 years of experience at this job, I know that people love to hear travelers' original stories. Another point to consider now is that many travelers can speak a different language. For example, once I was speaking to a local bus driver in my broken Spanish, and there was another tourist nearby who was fluent in Spanish. When he interrupted to help me with my conversation, I was very grateful. Travelers have better language skills than they used to, and we need to know this. Even though we are conducting group tour, people now tend to like to have free time too. So they don't have to spend all their time with other tour members.